Okay, so I did my project on a programming language called Supercollider, and it's not the song or the movie. Every time I looked up Supercollider, I always found those two. So you need to include the word programming language within that. And basically, what Supercollider is, it's a real-time audio synthesis program. It's mainly used for like audio synthesis and like altering sounds. It can be used for like kind of stuff that we do in Python, like multiplying, like basic like arithmetic, but it's not, that is not the primary use of it. Like this is my poster. I'm gonna switch over to my presentation. So yeah, I have to move this one. Yeah, so this is what I just went through. So something that I thought was really cool was that there's a live coding aspect. Typically when you're programming, you have to compile the entire program that you have, but for Supercollider, you can just highlight the stuff that you want to compile and it'll run only that line or anything that's like highlighted or selected. So even if you have like some type of error within the program, it doesn't have to run that specific error. And so I have a lot of things that inspired me to go through with this presentation. One was because after my SoundCloud debut, Mr. Robertson contacted me and put me into contact with a Hill alumni. His name is Joe Murray. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But here's his blog and his on SoundCloud. This is his own website. And we had like an hour and a half conversation talking about just music and computer science. It's very enlightening. And basically, at the end of the day, he sent Mr. Verdi and I an email that had 4 different types of courses that we could introduce here at Hill. And one of them that popped out to me was algorithmic composition, which is exactly what Supercollider is used for. So another thing that inspired me is Adam Neely. I watch his videos all the time, and I was actually playing this video not yesterday, but on Friday, the last time we had class. And this is basically about the harmonic series, which I will go into further detail later. But this is basically what I'm presenting to you today. I'm using Supercollider to demonstrate the harmonic series within music. All right. So so the overtone series, to understand it, you first need to understand how a string instrument works. So basically how a string instrument works, you pluck the string and then based on the width and length of the string, it vibrates at that, it's something called a fundamental frequency. And then it vibrates at, it has these overtones that vibrate at an octave, which is 12 semitones above the fundamental, then these intervals of perfect fifth, perfect fourth, major third, and so on. And then this series continues on forever. And these intervals are based on multiples of the fundamental frequency. There we go. Does that make sense? Yeah. So to get to this octave, we multiply the fundamental by 2, and we multiply it by 3 to get an octave plus a fifth, and by 4 to get an octave, and fourth, and so on. So I want to demonstrate that with some code. So here right now, this is the fundamental frequency right here. And then, so this is the,
Wait, you're doing that right now?
yeah. So right now I'm playing the fundamental frequency, which is this, and I'm going to play the octave, which is me multiplying it by 2, and you can hear that like change in sound. And then this is me adding on the 5th, and the 4th, and the 3rd.
Is this what live coding is? Because
Yes.
you're like adding in a line at a time?
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm just hitting Shift Enter and it playing that line in conjunction with all the other code that I already have running.
Oh.
So then that line and this line. So when you hear the string vibrate, you're hearing all of these and more. And they have a certain amplitude to them, so they don't all vibrate at the same exact volume, unless it wouldn't be that note. So every single string that you pluck, that's how you hear it. And then something that's really cool that I find interesting is by playing some of the harmonics and not even playing the fundamental, your mind is able to recreate that fundamental frequency even though it's not there. But some people don't have the ear for it. I'm not going to do it now because you guys don't know exactly what to like hear for or listen to. So I'm just going to continue.
Can you do it though? I think it would be fun.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that was nice.
What, are you gonna like make noise with your mouth? Or?
No. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play these 5 right here. Yeah, that's really cool.
I can't hear you.
If you guys actually come closer, because it's actually not going to come through the TV because Supercollider is dumb. Oh, I'm dumb, and learning Supercollider is insanely hard. Come closer.
Wait, let the GoPro go first.
Yeah, it's true. I kind of.
Can you turn up the volume?
It's like a dog. What do I
Getting on.
Oh, wow,
I hear it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Work.
So you should see a then here's us actually playing the fundamental. So you can see like your mind's piecing together those upper harmonics because you always hear these. You just aren't like cognizant of that. The rest, yeah. Yeah. So I find that extremely interesting. Alright, on to the undertone series. Undertone series is the exact mirror flip of the overtone series. It's not supposed to exist in the real world, but in recent times, someone proved that wrong. So basically, instead of multiplying it by the fundamental by an integer, we just divide it by an integer. So it goes as follows. So this is basically what the undertone series would sound like. But the thing about this is I can't do the cool thing by playing the harmonics to piece together the, this fundamental frequency because we don't hear this in real life. The strings don't vibrate like this because the fundamental is supposed to be the lowest note that you hear. So, oh wow.
Oh wow.
Alright. So why should we still be listening to what I have to say?
Yeah.
So the world of music is very vast, and using like music theory and stuff like this, we obviously have a lot left to learn because people say that it's not possible until someone does it. So I think this is proof that we can still create new things, new instruments, and there's other areas to explore within math, science, and music. So, yeah, that's my presentation.
Thank you, Concord, for being right. Go forth and conquer.
Go fifth and conquer.
Actually, I go back. I'm